But when you're ready, let's go ahead and get into our nice, comfortable positions for today. We'll start by closing our eyes, taking a few grounding breaths, a few settling breaths to bring ourselves here into the space this morning. You need to roll out your neck to get started, roll your shoulders around. Feel free to do so. And again, we'll just welcome in these few initial breaths, allowing them to settle us into the space, decompressing our body breath by breath. And we'll start to shift our attention onto the breath itself, checking in with the sensation of the inhale, checking in with the sensation of the what is it? Exhale, the out breath. Just recognizing how both of those feel today. Breathing in and breathing out, one breath at a time. With each inhale, we'll focus on gluing that attention on the breath, breathing in that concentration, exhaling any distractions, any tension, any stress. Breathing in focus and concentration, breathing out any tension, any distraction, and any stress. With each inhale, allow that breath to focus, to deepen your concentration, your attention on your breath, widening that focus one breath at a time. Just take a moment to check in with your headspace, to see where you're at mentally, to see if you're having a difficult time of staying focused on concentrating on the breath, to see if there's quite a bit that you're thinking about or a lot of directions where you're being pulled, or maybe focusing is pretty easy today. We just want to check in with where we're at. There's no right or wrong. We just want to meet where we are today and just acknowledge what our present experience currently is like. And if concentration is going pretty well, then keep it going. Keep doing exactly what you've been doing. For having difficulty staying focused, staying concentrated, if our thoughts are taking us to different places, again, just acknowledge that that's the reality for today. With each breath, allow that to be a cleansing of the palate. Breathing in new energy, breathing out any discomfort. It can be helpful to count the breaths one at a time to give us a mental anchor to focus on. So give that a try, counting each inhale as one, each exhale as two. You can count the next inhale as three, the next exhale as four, all the way up to 10, and then start back over. Give that a try and see how that feels today. Great job, guys. Throughout this week, anytime that we might find that we're getting pulled into a negative direction mentally or into thoughts that might not be overly helpful, we can ask ourselves the question, is this going to help me feel better? And I love that question because it's so simple, it's so straightforward, and it's yes or no, where that helps us to be very clear in our response with it. And so, say we're starting to find that we are anxiously thinking about something coming up later in the day or in the week. We can ask ourselves, is thinking about this going to help me feel better? Sometimes it might. Sometimes it might help to think about that thing. We can emotionally prepare for it, and that's great. Other times, it might not be super helpful. We might find that we are ruminating over it or mentally belaboring a point that we have no control over. And if so, we can say, yeah, this isn't going to be helpful. So, this allows us to mindfully check in and it helps us to kind of reset our thought patterns and giving ourselves that control, that driver's seat again over our train of thought. So give that a try this week. Keep that question in mind. Is this thought going to help me feel better? And just play around with it. See how that goes. See how that feels. And see how that does help you to feel better. Alrighty, guys. Let's go ahead and take 3 final deep breaths. Breathing in through the nose, nice full big inhale. Holding for a moment, then breathing out through the mouth. Big exhale, big sigh on the way out. Go ahead and do 2 more on your own time. Great job. Once we are good there, let's go ahead and roll our neck around. Start to wake the body back up. Roll those shoulders around to get a few in both directions, a few forward, a few backward. Crack your back if you need, wiggle your fingers and toes. Let's bring some life, some energy back into your body. And then, whenever you are ready, we can go ahead, open our eyes.